I'll start with the injuries. Connor McGovern had an ankle. Basham had a quad contusion. Dak has a hand, and John Kearse has a knee. With that, I'll take your questions.
Jerry was outside and said that Dak's going to need surgery. He's going to be out several weeks with a thumb injury. Can you just elaborate on that?
Well, I think that's, I don't have any more information on that. I mean, it's a significant hand injury. We'll know more in the morning.
Is it fractured or just ligaments, or you only know at this point?
Well, I mean, they're talking as it's going to require surgery, but we haven't even talked to the doctor yet, so it's a significant injury.
Mike, is it a broken thumb, or are you sticking with hand?
It's on his hand, in the thumb area. I mean, it's a significant injury. Once we get all the facts, we'll get that to you. I mean, like you said, he hasn't even seen a doctor yet.
I'm disappointed just after the game you guys had, and then him to suffer that injury in the fourth quarter.
I mean, it's very disappointing because, I mean, you just, for all the injured players, I mean, you just know how much they put into it. But, Dak, this is very important to him, and, he does all the extra stuff. So, yeah, I mean, you never want to see your players go through this. But I mean, it's a long journey. I mean, this is week one. We were not clean as we would like. We lost to an experienced football team. I thought they were more consistent. We did some good things, and when we watch the tape, there'll definitely be a lot to build off of. But we had just untimely penalties, the pre-snap penalties. They were trying. They had a good plan, making us go the long way offensively, and we. You got to be able to sustain drives and stay in favorable down distances. So we weren't able to do that consistently. I thought defense gave us some opportunities with some stops and so forth. Had a big turnover there in the second half. We weren't able to get any points out of it. I thought our return game was going to have some opportunities. I thought they did a nice job covering. So, hey, it's week one. We got work to do, and that's the way we'll approach it.
What were your thoughts on how Dak played before he got hurt?
Well, I just think offensively, we were, our rhythm was up and down. I thought we came out, started the way we needed to start. We had some deceptives on the first drive that didn't hit, but, I thought we were in a good rhythm. We're productive. We just weren't able to sustain drives and put points on the board.
You guys kept Cooper Rush as your number 2 quarterback in part because of his experience last season. Now going with him for the future, your confidence in him and how you rally around him as a team.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Cooper's, he's one of our main guys. So, we'll just rally and go, and after we have a chance to watch with the players tomorrow, and really find out exactly who's healthy and so forth, we'll have a good plan for him. But yeah, we'll definitely rally around Cooper.
Did they tell you on the sideline what they thought the injury was? Because it looked like you had we saw you on camera have a reaction as to what they might be going through.
After the game?
During the game, late in the game after you went out.
I mean, I knew it was serious. I mean, he couldn't hold the ball. So, I mean, for Dak to come out of the game, you knew it was serious. So.
Let's talk about the play of the young receivers and CD, and because the passing game was certainly off for most of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is, the controlled passing game. I thought we hit some spots. We didn't have the vertical opportunities to challenge them deep. So I mean, so it wasn't clearly. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. So we like I said, we got a lot of work to do.
The run game seemed to be having some success when you went to it. Why didn't you stick with that more?
Well, I think it's just like anything. I think the down of distances that were created because of negative plays, is part of that. But yeah, I thought we had some nice runs today.
Micah Parsons had the back-to-back sacks on third down, kind of kept you guys close there in the first half. What did you make of his night?
Oh, I mean, I thought Micah was extremely productive. He got a lot of attention today. I thought that, he was impactful like we need him to be. So I thought he did a lot of good things.
Mike, you got here your first year. Dak got hurt in the 5th game, and today he gets hurt in the first game. Do you feel cursed or something about you've not had the guy that you thought you were going to have for a long time?
I mean, injuries are part of this game. It's unfortunate. It's very personal when these guys do get hurt because, you know, you clearly get to see and understand what they put into it. So it's the unfortunate part of our game.
Point of emphasis coming this season was stopping the run, and certainly Leonard Fournette had a big game. Just talk about the run defense and what was going on there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they did a good job, you know, particularly at the end of some runs. But you know, the stutter play hit us a couple times. But you know, once again, we were not as clean as we'd like throughout the game. And you know, it's definitely something we'll take a hard look at, and I'm sure we'll grow from it.
Defense was doing a decent job in the red zone, stopping drives between the 20s. Really seemed to be having trouble stopping chunk plays. What do you think was the issue on those parts of the drives for Tampa?
I'm not sure what you're asking me.
I mean, Tampa Bay was moving the ball very well between the 20s, but then the defense would stand up. What was the issue, do you think, defensively?
Is that a question, or you just tell me your opinion? What are you asking me? You're talking about their offensive production between their 20s? Okay, yeah, they were productive. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of offense on both sides of the ball. I mean, they scored 19 points. You know, I thought our defense did some good things. They definitely they had more big plays than we did. I think they were plus, by the way we do it, I think they were plus 8 or 9 in the big play category. So, you know, like I said, I didn't think we generated enough big plays on offense. You know, and we need to be better there. Obviously, we have some changes with our quarterback, but yeah, they made some plays. They did a good job getting the ball down the field, and I thought they had a good, healthy run-pass mix.
What were your thoughts on how Tyler Smith played?
I mean, just, you know, watched him a lot early, but I thought he settled into the game. You know, we had a communication on 1 or 2 plays, you know, between him and Matt. But for the most part, I thought he just went out there and played football, which we wanted him to do, and you know, I think he's off to a good start.
Did he get many reps in terms of that combination of playing next to Farniak?
I mean, he gets some reps because, you know, Matt gets some of those reps, you know, during the course of the week. You know, he rolled in there, but you know, it was unfortunate. Obviously, it's his first start, and you know, I thought Connor was playing very well. You know, Connor's an excellent communicator, and so. But for 2 young guys, you know, I thought they went in there and battled.
What was your message to the team after the game?
Oh, I think the biggest thing was, you know, I talked about the game in general. You know, my thoughts about how the game went. You know, the ups and downs, the ebb and flow of the game, and the reality is we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do, and the only thing that will come out as far as our record is we won't go undefeated this year.
Before the season, there was a narrative about you being on the hot seat after a performance like this in the opener. Do you feel that pressure escalate?
No, I'm 0-1. We're 0-1 as a football team, and obviously I got a little more work to do coming out of this game than I would like, but that's our business.
Can you talk about the decision of Tolbert being down and Houston being up?
Yeah, it's you know, something Dennis has done an excellent job since day one here. So just lining them up based on, you know, performance and productivity.